Welcome to Nano Patch Company. Nanotechnology is one of the most promising fields of the modern science. American scientists have accidentally detected that carbon atoms can bond to each other, forming nanopipes and balls, fullerenes and capsules with unique properties. They are stable regardless of temperature, light, and aggressive factors. Prompt development of nanotechnologies based on the use of materials with the particle size from 1 to 100 nanometers began after fullerene's discovery. 1 nanometer is 1 billionth meters. The smaller the nanoparticle, the likely it is to have so-called quantum effects, which can be used for many different purposes. Nanotechnologists are looking for practical ways of creating materials with set characteristics from separate atoms which are regarded as separate details. In the long term, any molecules will gather together like a puzzle. Nanorobots, or so-called nanobots, are planned to be used for such purposes. Any chemically stable structure which can be described can be constructed. This discovery is of great importance to medicine too. In medicine, nanotechnologies are used for changing the cell structure on a molecular level. It is so-called molecular surgery by means of nanobots. Manipulating separate atoms and molecules, nanobots carry out cell repair. Nanotechnological research in medicine are targeted on getting medications on a new generation, developing the ways of drug transportation to the body, getting artificial tissues of an organism, perfection of the diagnostic techniques of diseases and laboratory testing of these medications. More complex devices carry out such functions as comprehensive diagnostics, hunting for infections, activators and cancer cells, destruction of atherosclerotic adjournment on the vessel walls, restoring damaged or old tissues and cells. Nowadays, substances of the 4th generation with set properties have already been produced by the means of nanotechnology. These are representatives of a new class of medical products, the so-called smart medicine, which are used in extra low doses and only affect the damaged or pathologically changed cells of the body, practically not affecting any healthy tissues. Nanostructures are produced by combining nanoparticles of different elements. They're used as transport devices for delivering drugs to the organism. To make sure these drugs are safely delivered to the targeted tissue and their release is controlled. Nanomedications are delivered to a sick part of a human body through blood flow. This increases the efficiency of treatment and reduces side effects. The USA is the leader in the nanotechnological field. They own 27% of the world's nanotechnological market. In 2000, the National Nanotechnological Initiative has been accepted in the USA. Its goal is to support extended researches and developments which lead to significant discoveries in nanotechnology. The federal government has decided that nanotechnologies are part of the national security zone. The second place in the nanotechnological market is held by Japan, the third by Western Europe, with the prevailing contribution from Germany, Great Britain, and France, and the remaining 24% is held by China, Russia, South Korea, Canada, and Australia. Nano Patch Company is one of the first companies which offered nano products for personal use. So this is how it all began. American scientists of the Pennsylvania state have been engaged in search of new, scientifically proven ways of health improvement and aging problem settlement. In 1982, as a result of persistent research, they developed unique types of patches. These patches are able to deliver the necessary substances to an organism transdermal, through the skin. These types of patches have a number of advantages compared to the conventional methods.
Nano Patch products are based on nanotechnologies and Eastern medicine canals. Perhaps it's one of a very few examples of such brilliant and convenient, if I can say so, a combination of ancient knowledge of Eastern medicine and magnificent Western scientific technologies. The product is unique. I like the company and its approach to health. You can be healthy in easy and comfortable way. I recommend everyone to use company's products. I myself have been using them for the past 1.5 years and I feel 10-15 years younger. Products I am promoting into the market must be safe for people and their health first of all. I made final decision only after being sure that they are really safe. At first I tried these products for myself. And literally in a few hours I felt that they really do work. Moreover, products start working from the first second. You simply stick Nano Patch on one of the parts of your body and it begins to work. I usually stick it on my shoulder, right here. In a few seconds, active ingredients enter blood flow and a person starts feeling their effect. Working capacity and brain work efficiency increase. And all 15 products have systemic action to the whole organism.
For more than 20 years, new system of drug delivery were going through extensive researches and tests. Now all types of products are carefully tested, and all production phases have serious scientific biases. Medical workers and scientists worldwide have now realized the advantages of this type of transporting drugs and auxiliary substances to a person's organism. Nano Patch is a very young company. It was founded in 2010 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Founders and owners of the company have professional experience in such areas as international trade, logistics, production, fulfillment of corporate goals, and development of new possibilities for business. Honesty, openness, and personal growth are the basic life credo of the company's management. First representative offices have been opened in the nearby Islamic countries, such as Indonesia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Brunei, Vietnam, and Mongolia. Later came offices in Kazakhstan, Ukraine, Belarus, and Armenia. In 2012, a representative office of Nano Patch is going to be opened in Russia. Before the opening, the company went through comprehensive certification in Malaysia. Products have successfully passed all types of laboratory tests and have a permit of Malaysian Ministry of Health. One of the certificates that the company has received is Halal. It is the Islamic certificate of approval. The certificate Halal has an allowing value and it means absence of pork and its components in the product. This certificate also determines that hormonal, narcotics, and psychotropic products were not used in the production. What is Nano Patch and what are the fundamental differences? The patch is a dosage form of external use, the plastic mass, which softens on the body temperature and adheres to the skin. Different types of patches have been used in conventional medicine for a long time, but the development of nanotechnology opens up entirely new horizons for the use of such conventional tools as a patch. Medical adhesive patches made with nanotechnologies, a modern, innovative pharmaceutical form, simple and easy to use. They allow quick and long-lasting therapeutic effects with no contraindications. Moreover, they don't require any strict schemes of taking by patients.
Each patch has its own targets, but results of all patches are impressive and various. For example, my husband's papilloma disappeared within a week after applying only the first patch, just 1 week. He used the patch HGH, Spring of Youth. As for me, I suffered from frequent headaches and low blood pressure, but throughout this winter I felt great. Absolutely no headaches, no problems with blood pressure, so I believe that it really worked. Thanks God I don't suffer from a large number of diseases, but even I felt positive results of Nano Patches. I look better now. People often say to me, "You are looking better, you look younger." It's a great result, don't you think so? My husband gave up smoking, and I'm talking about a man who has been smoking for 29 years, and this is only after a month of using the patches. When we discussed this with my husband, he said, "I simply don't want to smoke. These are great results." I suffered from high pressure. I was told about a man whose blood pressure was around 200. He began to use these products and his pressure returned to normal. My blood pressure wasn't so high, but it depressed me to such an extent that I felt no joy in life. And then I started using the products. Frankly speaking, I don't believe in them first. I thought, how can anything with so small size help a person? I'm a realist, you know, but just after a week I felt better. My relatives and friends who also doubted about patches were surprised very much. Patches brought me back to life. I want to live, to create, to do anything. In 1998, I was diagnosed with photodermatitis. Photodermatitis is a disease of the skin when it breaks out in a rash and starts to itch terribly under the sun rays. It's an allergy to the sun, in other words. I have been undertaking long-term treatments with no results. Finally, I was recommended to avoid sun and always use a protective cream. Besides, I had to wear long-sleeve clothes. And now, as you can see, I'm tanning in the sun. Everything is perfect, there is no itching. I got these results just after a month of HGH patch application. Well, a month and 10 days to be more precise. I noticed my skin becoming cleaner and cleaner. That was last year. It's been just over a year now and I can easily have sunbathes. My allergy has disappeared.
Our skin is called the central nervous system, which is located at the periphery. Human skin is a very complex and not yet fully explored part of the human body. It is the largest human organ, which has many functions and is responsible for the physical energy exchange in the environment. There is a close interconnection between our skin and the internal organs. Skin's ability to perform its functions depends to a large extent on the internal organ state. For example, yellow color of the skin points at liver diseases. Diseases of cardiovascular system are indicated by dry skin with scales. Skin under the eyes becomes thinner because of kidney diseases. Essential oils and other components of herbal patch nano complexes, Nano Patch, go under the skin through the hair follicles and sweat gland holes, mixing with the skin's oily secretions. Then nano complexes go into the blood, lymph, and interstitial fluid and stimulate systems and organs of our body. Active ingredients and vitamins are included in the nano complexes, which carry them directly into the targets and release ingredients only after receiving signals from the cells, which are really in need of these substances.
I was concerned with my mom's health most of all. She had problems with joints. She was 90 years old, you know, her body was exhausted and she began to use the patches. Now she has normal sleep, her joints don't ache, she is full of energy. She was like a squeezed lemon, you know. Well, 90 years old. Now her health has improved. She sleeps well. She is full of energy and life. Frankly speaking, I don't want to go deep into the details of patches mechanism. It doesn't matter for me how cell phone operates, for example. I just use it. It doesn't matter what is inside of my computer. I'm just a user. We don't wonder how we can communicate with people in America via the internet. And this is exactly the reason I'm not surprised how this patch does its job. More important is that it really works and the results are perfect. All that you need to do is to start using it. And when you start using an effective product, you start to promote it. It happens automatically. We always share good things with each other. This is man's nature. This is how God created us. And in network marketing, they even pay for this. Collaborating with Nano Patch company, you are sure to be successful and have good income. Thus, you'll be able to respect yourself and you'll be respected by others. And I frankly wish it for you all.
Nano Patch delivers the substance directly into the blood flow, not overfeeding the gastrointestinal tract. Substances fall into the pure form in the person's organism without any form changes, and disease cells receive up to 95% of active ingredients. When we take a pill or get an injection, the active substance is absorbed rapidly and excreted from the body, so in a few hours after the procedure, the pedicident effect ends. In this case, there is a risk of overdose and adverse effects. Nano Patch gradually releases the active substance into the blood flow during the hours it is attached to the skin. Due to this, the person's organism gets only necessary amount of active ingredients and their concentration is fixed. That's why recovery time of the organism functions considerably reduces.
My husband has been seriously ill for 3 years already. He had hepatitis C, which turned into cirrhosis of the liver, ascites. We believed in these nano patches and decided to try them. We saw the results after a week already. His skin color improved, efficiency of the brain work increased. Now I can tell for sure that my husband's health has improved for 60–70% thanks to these patches. He is using the patches for 6 months already, and after the first course of using patches, we made ultrasound, and our doctor was very impressed with the positive results. My husband has always been treated by the same doctor. He was feeling better and better. At the present moment, my husband isn't very happy. He has a group 2 disability, but I really hope, I'm even sure, that patches will help my husband to recover completely. Your unique skin will look fresh and younger. You will grow younger for 10–15 years. The matter is that collagen treats deep wrinkles, tightens skin, has a beneficial effect on hair, skin and nails. A woman starts looking 10–15 years younger and a lot prettier. I used to be very ill. I had an inflammation of the trinity nerve. I was treated but with no results, sorry to say. When I was offered these products, I decided to try Spring of Youth. I started to use it and I felt very good results after the 2nd week already. Pains have disappeared and I could eat and enjoy my life in full extent. The patches work at the cellular level. Our organs are interconnected with each other. The most important thing about these patches is that today they treat almost all diseases. For example, cardiovascular disease, cancer, they restore immune system, treat children diseases, male and female diseases, diseases of joints like disc herniation, different arthrosis and many other diseases.
Another great thing about Nano Patch products, they're comfortable to use and time-saving. Applications of the patch does not require any strict schemes. One patch is designed for 24 hours of use. You simply stick it on your body and change it the next day to a new one. You're fully free from any regime and you can do your daily routine as usual. A patch will do its job without your care. The patches can be used independently or in combination with other treatments. Types of patches. Nano Patch, Spring of Youth. This patch forces mechanisms of tissue to recovery and regeneration.
The patch has systemic effect on the organism. Hormonal system is the hostess of women's beauty. Our figure, our skin condition, our nervous system, in other words, our beauty depends from our hormonal system. I feel great. You know, the modern way of life involves a lot of traveling, business and so on. And thanks to the patches, our organism gets active ingredients that our organs need transdermally.
While you are using the patches, the growth hormone is produced in your body. This leads to the outer and inner rejuvenation. As a result, your immune system and memory become improved. Bone density increases thanks to the better absorption of calcium. Your energy level and physical endurance also improve. Blood pressure and blood cholesterol levels become at a normal level.
My first patch was the Spring of Youth. I chose it as I liked what I had read about it. I lost 16 kilos while using the Spring of Youth. Just try it. Don't listen to other people. Trust to Nano Patch and try it. Just stick it and wait, and you will see the results in just a week. Talking about the product is 100% natural product. It has many certificates, for example, such certificate as International Halal Certificate. This certificate is very important for Kazakhstan, as it means that you can trust the product. The patches really work. Transdermal and nanotechnologies demonstrate very impressive results.
Nano Patch Immune Booster. With a poor immune system, a body could be easily attacked by various pathogenic bacteria and fungi. One of the reasons we have poor immunity system is because we lack special agents in our organism, so-called activators of immunity. This patch will be effective for the following conditions: pathology of the upper respiratory tract, inflammatory diseases, liver and biliary tract diseases.
I know about such a case. A 35-year-old woman was found to have a Bartholin cyst. Metastasis spread to the lymph nodes. I advised her to try the patch to stop the progressive effects of the disease. She had been using it for 3 months. Then, when she went for re-examination, the doctors didn't believe the results of the analysis. Metastasis has stopped. The disease stopped progressing. Her ovaries started to work again. The doctors agreed that it was something unique, because they had never seen this before. Medicine couldn't cope with their disease, but we coped with it in 3 months. This product is what everyone really needs. I recommend the product as a doctor. Working 20 years in the medical field, I didn't get such results to cure cancer in 3 months. I'm in a good mood, I sleep well, my appearance changed, anxiety about everything has disappeared. People sometimes are too nervous and worried about everything, you know. Now my heart is full of peace. There are very good results after using patches. For example, a woman had a high blood pressure daily within 5 years, 160/100. Every day she took drugs. She is a physician, by the way. Her pressure became normal just on the 4th day of using the patch. She has a stable pressure of 120/80 within 5 months already. I know a person who has cured and returned his opera voice within 3 days of using the Nano Patch Immunity. Besides, a lump in his throat, which was as big as a plum, has reduced half in size.
Nano Patch for the heart. Cardiovascular diseases, along with cancer and diabetes, are the most common and dangerous diseases of the 20th and 21st centuries. The main risk factors for heart diseases and stroke are unhealthy diet, physical inactivity, and tobacco use. Such lifestyles causes up to 80% of coronary heart diseases and cerebrovascular diseases.
I have turned my blood pressure from high to normal. I had a severe stage of hypertension, the fourth stage, and now I feel much better. The pressure does not jump to 250 as it was before. Besides, I suffered 2 heart attacks. That's the reason I decided to start using Nano Patch for my heart. And now I am even able to come here, as you see. There was a person who was going to have heart bypass surgery. The surgery was cancelled after a month of use cardiovascular Nano Patch. He just didn't need such treatment. Unique things happened to me. I have no hypertension more. I have problems with the thyroid gland. Some time ago I took 100 milligrams of my medicine, now I am taking only 25 milligrams. If you understand the matter, you should be impressed by the results. I had blood pressure 245 for 120, and almost no drugs could decrease it. Now my pressure is 120 for 80. It doesn't rise above 170 and 90. When I was made re-examination for my pressure, the doctors were shocked, as I always was very likely to have heart attack. And all this happened within a month of Nano Patch for my heart using. Now I am taking Nano Patch for my heart for the 3rd month, and my blood pressure finally stabilized.
Disposition to cardiovascular diseases is formed at a young age. Nano Patch strengthens the heart pumping functions, restores cells of the heart, improves the cardiovascular system, and regulates blood pressure. Nano Patch Flying Walk. It is recommended for inflammatory and diseases deforming joints and spine. Its natural ingredients deliver the essential nutrients and anti-inflammatory substances to our body in the optimum amount. And what is important is they are fully absorbed by our organism. It restores the damaged cartilage, reduces pain and swelling in the joints, treats osteochondrosis, and increases joint mobility.
I have very good results among my clients. I can tell about some of them. I know a woman, her name is Zesi. She was bedridden for 3 years as she fell from the 5th floor. She had small fractures of the pelvic bone, femoral bone, and she herself said she was a wolf howling with pain. She couldn't move, and she was afraid to move. Analgesics, injections, pills didn't help. She had even attempted suicide. And finally, she heard about the Nano Patch and decided to try it. She said she had good deep sleep for the first time within 4 years. 2 weeks later, she began to walk around the room. Then she was able to come to our office, which is located on the 4th floor, by herself, with a stick only. Now she moves even without a stick. We even can't believe that it is a sea. She put on 6 kilos, her eyes glow with happiness, she is full of life, and of course she continues to use patches for final recovery. And the second result. My daughter is only 45 years old, and she was going to have surgery for a hip replacement. You can't imagine how I suffered. When I learned about Nano Patch, I gave her GS and Fountain of Youth patches. Within only 3 months use of these patches, her diagnosis and operation were cancelled, and I am very happy about it.
Nano Patch Flying Walk enhances calcium absorption and increases bone density. And these are just some of the nano patches. Some businessmen from Malaysia have become interested in these products. The idea was to promote the products through network marketing. It is a business scheme when information is transferred from a person who likes products and has a good experience with them to another person. The concept of Nano Patches promotion is not new. It is based on network marketing. This means establishing independent distributors, sales agents in a network. Each sales agent can sell products and also has a possibility to invite new partners with similar rights.
I am grateful to our management, who has made such a wonderful system. They created a great financial system, a great marketing plan, thanks to which people receive not only the unique health outcomes, but they can solve their financial problems. For Belarus, it's an important point. I am an economist and financier, and I like the company's marketing plan. We are not always well paid for good work, you see. After examining the company's marketing plan, I realized that it had a lot of advantages. It allowed me to earn good money from the first month. The business plan is wonderful. Revenues began to grow from month to month. Within only 1 year of collaborating with the company, I paid out my property credit. And now I can say that I am a fully financially independent person.
Network companies experience economic crisis better than linear business. During a crisis situation, people are not sure about the safety of their jobs. That's why they often come to network marketing. Each distributor is a boss for himself, thus avoiding any chance of being subordinate to an unprofessional person.
It's an example of teamwork. People don't earn on their distributors' efforts, they earn on their distributors' success. The more successful is your distributor, the more you can earn. It brings people together, keeps the atmosphere of friendship and team spirit.
In the network companies, people often get public recognition for their achievements, while in linear business, such recognition takes place very rare. The success of the network company is the success of its members. Network companies often hold meetings where their best members who have reached a certain level are rewarded. The peculiarity of Nano Patch company's marketing plan is that this company has no system of a career plan. Each member has the same rights and possibilities as others do in the system. In this company, I work together with my wife. Work is very easy. We help each other when necessary. When I'm not available, my wife can take over the affairs and vice versa. We are probably envied by many, since it is very easy to work. There is a mutual understanding. Working in this business as a family is very convenient, so I advise everyone to work as a family, the whole family. Then to build a business, it will even be easier. Nano Patch company's marketing plan seems simple at first glance, but it is designed so that anyone, even a new person, could make good money here. Hence the logical conclusion. If any beginner will be able to earn here, a man with experience will be even more successful and will be able to earn more.
Here we have team growth, possibilities to earn. This company provides real opportunities to earn good money. 75% is rather a large percentage of efficiency. There are also other benefits from collaboration with Nano Patch company. Only good people with positive energy come here. You will agree that positive energy around us is very important. It's important for teamwork. It's important what kind of people are around you. We are working only on positive paths. In this company, there are two very exciting things that motivate to work. The first is that we get excellent results to improve health. It's very important for almost every person living in the modern world, which is full of stress and psychological problems. And the second point is an excellent opportunity to earn good money. The absence of one of these factors can lead to imbalance. In this respect, our company works very harmoniously and balanced, I think. People get great results with their health and achieve great success in financial terms. The company is working on a completely magnificent business plan. The company's mission is not only to make people healthier, but also to provide financial freedom to our wallets. That's the reason I recommend to anyone who would like to do his own business to join Nano Patch. I've been promoting Nano Patch for a year and a half now, and it's easy to work for me, as the marketing plan is rather simple and easy to be performed by everyone. Besides, people can accept the product easily, as it really works.
When I became interested in network marketing and was looking for a company to work for, I asked myself, what could the company give me? A lot of companies are talking, but few give, you know? This company considered everything. It took into account everything we needed: health, competitive marketing plan, good income, and good vacations, of course. I have been working in the industry of network business for a long time. Very few companies are able to provide such advantages as Nano Patch company. I am abroad for the first time in my life, thanks to Nano Patch company. The company has developed several types of Nano Patch income, including payment for the recommendation. This type of income is calculated upon so-called personal recommendation or upon the sales volume of the invited people. The binary system, its main advantage is teamwork. People who are involved into the so-called business position of a team member will give him certain points which will be added to his personal turnover and will affect on the calculations of bonuses. Matching bonus. Certain gain from the whole structure's revenue. This type of income is calculated for the work with personal team. It is an approach of the linear marketing. Nano Patch employees believe that having a lot of money and working together with a like-minded team, one can do a lot of good deeds. We're very grateful for those people who have supported us from the very beginning. There were a lot of problems and questions. One of the questions was how much a small patch can help our body. The company's business plan was so great that we couldn't believe that it was possible. We couldn't believe that a company would pay us so much for our work. We have worked in other companies, but Nano Patch is the first one which gives such opportunity to earn money. Here we met with our partners who agreed with us that not all companies which are based on the principles of network marketing hold dear to their employees and give real opportunities to earn good money. I'm only 6 months in the company and I'm already taking vacations. The marketing plan is made for the people. It is important that our leaders are real professionals. They know their job and know how to work with people. Their ideas are made for the people. I believe that this project can really change people's lives.
Of course, we had difficult moments, but we were able to overcome them and to go on. There are people who have enough internal motivation, and there are people who need something like a push. The main thing you need to understand is, if you want to achieve, you have to work a lot. Do more good deeds, and you will receive even more. I want as many people join us as possible. We train people and help them to become successful. We have a lot of legendary personalities from different faraway places who have been successfully acting in regional markets for a long time already, such as Lilia Avtonomova and Rita Kagermazova, for example. I can tell a lot about these people. Of course, I recommend to all people who see and hear me now to buy a set of Nano Patch products in order to always be beautiful, healthy, slim, young, happy, and of course, financially successful. I invite you all to our company. Thanks for the product. Thanks that you join us in Nano Patch. We'll tell you how to use it and how to obtain excellent results in the field of youth and beauty. With this company, I first went abroad and got a lot of fun. Use Nano Patch products, they are effective and approved. Use the products and you won't be disappointed. I wish you all good luck, wish to achieve your goals. Indeed, this is a great product. Impossible things are possible with Nano Patch company. You won't regret coming here. Here you will have everything you will need. I feel great, easy, and you know I want to share it with the whole world, so that everyone can enjoy our great products as they give you good mood, mobility and efficiency. I had a prolonged depression for longer than 20 years because of some tragic events in my life, and for the first time after that I was happy and smiling. For the first time within the past 20 years I slept well. We all just love this product. Join us, you won't regret it. When people see and know good things, they want to share them with others. People are created such that they want to share the good with everyone, with their friends, relatives and loved ones. We all want to be happy, healthy and financially independent. And the Nano Patch company gives us that opportunity. In February 2012, we are planning to fly to Malaysia, and we really hope to take a plane full of people on a wonderful vacation.
To change the lives of many people and remain in the history of your own country, all the big things start with a small one. The road to 1,000 miles begins with its first step.